Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Batman and the Monster Men number 5. So we only have one issue to go before the first mini-series of it is done. And then I gotta do Batman and the Mad Monk, the sequel series. It's all a part of the Dark Moon Rising event. I think these were released 2006 and 2007, like early 2007. So by Matt Wagner. It's not even an hour into my shift when Grogan calls me into his office. The case files that I had thought I had locked away are spread across his desk.
I'm only asking you once, Gordon. How do you contact him?
So there's like an Easter egg, kind of like this is how Batman's original cowl, like in 1939, was. It kind of resembles that, the version A picture. And it's just like all these, I think this Bat picture was in Batman Year 1, this thing, it looks like kind of like Man-Bat, like the villain Man-Bat. I think that picture was displayed in Batman Year 1. I've already read that on the channel. But Matt Wagner, story and art. Dave Stewart, colors. Rob Lay, letters. Brandon Montclair, assistant editor. Bob Schreck, editor. Batman created by Bill Finger and Bob Kane. I play it as dumb as any stoolie in the hot seat. Contact him? You mean the Batman? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean, sir. I don't. Edward Grogan, appointed by the mayor to succeed Joseph Loeb as police commissioner. Now that name is now, I think that was retconned, Commissioner Loeb. So he was in Batman Year 1. I think they gave his name as Jillian Loeb later on, not Joseph. I guess that was before that was like streamlined, or I don't know if like DC still has doesn't have an official name for first name for Commissioner Loeb, but here he's called Joseph Loeb as his first name. But usually it's Jillian Loeb if you look on the internet or anything like that. So don't hand me that dreck. I've heard the rumors all over the department. Gordon's got a friend. One who only comes out at night. These are your files for over 8 months of the last year. Like replacing a hyena with a jackal. You spent serious time and effort trying to find this nutcase, and then, suddenly, nothing. Why'd you drop it? Also, this character, Commissioner Grogan, he does appear in another comic called Batman the Man Who Laughs. I'll read that eventually. It's like a retcon where Batman fights the Joker for the first time. And he appears just as he appears here. He's like bald in that. But because he was mentioned in Batman Year 1, that was made in the late 80s, and this was released 20 years later. There was a comic in the 90s where I think it was like Catwoman Annual, something, but you guys can. But Commissioner Grogan looks completely different. He looks more like actually Commissioner Gordon. Like he has a mustache and brown hair and that. So, yeah, I think I read this part. You spent serious time. Yeah, I said, okay. The case went cold, sir, after former Commissioner Loeb was indicted. It seemed to be a dead end. Plus, there were bigger fish to catch. The Roman.
Falcone's not exactly a new problem in Gotham, Captain. Doesn't add up. You're working with him, aren't you? Do you have any idea how many charges I could have you up on? Aiding and abetting a freelance vigilante? A felon by any description. I'm warning you, Gordon. I could have your badge.
Look, sir, I'm just a cop trying to do my job the best I can in a city that doesn't seem to even care what that means. Whoever this Batman really is. He hides his secrets as well as any of Gotham's criminal class.
What's that supposed to mean? Gordon!
I leave him to chew on that as my heart rate slowly returns to normal. Lucky I decided not to lock it up with my files. I always keep it on my person. Ever since he first gave it to me, weeks ago. Feels like a 10-pound weight in my pocket. Even so, I find myself wanting to use it, time and time again.
The trail has gone cold, if you could call it that.
Hugo Strange, realizing I would certainly return to his lab, has cut his losses and run. Even if there is any evidence to be gained from the aftermath of such an inferno, the smoldering remains will be untouchable for days, possibly weeks. The question is, did he also abandon or destroy his monstrous creations? Or does his twisted mind still plot some further carnage? Enough. A summons from Jim Gordon. We meet on the rooftop, where he said the signal would be at its strongest. Private, too. That was fast. I was nearby. What have you got? Our lab analysis hasn't turned up anything further on these massacre attacks. Again, the DNA results still come back as human, but highly unusual. I know. They're mutations, created through some radical form of genetic engineering. The resultant beings are gigantic monstrosities. Absolutely savage and seemingly cannibalistic. What'd you just say? They were created by a renegade scientist named Hugo Strange. I managed to track Strange to his lab, but only barely survived an attack by these monster men. Believe me, Jim, they are extremely dangerous. If they ever manage to get loose. Giant mutant cannibals. You're serious? Completely. Unfortunately, Strange has also managed to sabotage and destroy his lab. I have no idea where he is now, but I think he was involved with, probably in debt to, Salvador Maroni, one of the Romans' top men. This isn't a joke? I'm no joker. Now that kind of implies that the Batman's already fought the Joker, but later at the end of the this might actually take place after Batman the Man Who Laughs. I'm not entirely sure. I know at the end of Batman and the Mad Monk, like there's a poster and it shows Dick Grayson and the Flying Graysons. But I don't know if they reference the Joker or not. I can't remember. But alright, we'll put out an APB on Maroni. See what comes up. Good. I have some other leads to track down. I'll be in touch. For the first time since I entered into this partnership, I find myself questioning not only the motives, but also the sanity. The sanity of a man who dresses like some kind of demon and leaps off the sheer sides of buildings. How did I come to this?
A man of imagination must reach for the unthinkable. A man of rationale must realize his limitations. Despite my best efforts, it seems this stage of my research has reached its finale. I am conducting my last genetic alteration. Fascinating, isn't it, Sanjay? Notice how this one is so much less malformed? The absence of skin nodules. The more supple muscle tone. Yes, Professor. So he says, I must attribute that to the donor source. Yes, Professor. I'd always assumed that any genetic deficiency could be corrected via careful manipulation and daring vision. I now realize I was wrong. But I have learned. Sanjay, I want to thank you. Without your assistance, I never would have made it this far. I only wish my efforts could have done more to solve your brother's problems. I was not able to improve on his condition. Thank you, Professor. When my parents died, poor Rajan's fate was left in my hands. But alas, I am not a patient man. All other treatments had failed us. You are our final hope. All is as it was meant to be. You realize his chances for surviving are slim. He never had much of a chance to begin with. The gods are cruel to some of their children. See that the others are comfortable settled. We should both get some rest before heading out of town. Yes, Professor. It looks to be a long and terrible night. Sometimes even the deadest ends can bring resolution.
Okay, Daddy. I'm headed for the library. I've got an all-nighter ahead of me, so don't leave the lights on.
Julie, no, you can't. Julie, I need to speak to you. I'm afraid something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. You can't go out alone tonight.
Daddy, what is it? What's wrong? I'll be fine.
No, you won't be fine. Not if they decide to find you. Not if they decide to.
Daddy, what do you mean? Who are they?
They are very bad men, darling. The kind you read about in your case studies, but have rarely ever met.
Go on.
My dear, I'm afraid I'm not quite the man you think me to be. In fact, I've done something very foolish. I was forced to borrow a large amount of money from someone in organized crime, a very powerful gangster. And if I default on the loan in any way, they threaten to harm you in retaliation. But you know I never do anything to hurt you, don't you? Don't you? I thought I was in control of the situation, but
Of course, Daddy, I know you wouldn't. But why did you borrow this money through normal channels? The bank, investors.
If the business world got wind of this, it'd spill the end for Madison Industries. I'd be ruined. But I won't let them do this. You've got to hide. Leave the city. Go somewhere they'd never find you. I don't know where.
I know where. I'll go to...
Shh, don't say. It's better if I don't know. That way they can't...
Oh, Daddy.
I know, darling. I know. And don't worry. I'll get this straightened out and everything.
Goodbye, Daddy. Be careful. I'll be in touch soon.
Everything will be fine. So, we got a problem. Yeah, we're here at the Madison's office. Yeah, he's got his first payment in hand. Or at least he claims he does. Trouble is, he also claims he'll only deliver it to you in person. Says you two have certain issues to resolve. Truth be told, I think he's 3 sheets to the wind. But you know what a stubborn ass he can be. Tell Mr. Maroney that this is a matter of honor between gentlemen. You hear that? Okay, I'm on it. Alright, bud, you got your way. Sal says he'll see you tonight. But we gotta drive you there. And you gotta wear a blindfold. I am not. You are? In no position to argue. That's the deal. Take it or leave it.
Very well. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. My father!
Master Wayne, you have an unexpected visit from Miss Madison.
Bruce! Thank God you're here. I can't.
Julie, what is it? What's wrong?
It's my father. I think he's in danger. My father is a noble, principled, and decent man. How did he come to this? He just confessed to me. He's in debt to a loan shark. They threatened me to get him. Bruce, I'm so afraid. Afraid of what he might do. Afraid of what they might do.
Shh. Where is your father now, Julie? What has he done?
I don't know. He insisted I go into hiding, and I came here. I didn't know what else. Oh, I feel so out of control. My head.
You'll be fine. Alfred, a glass of water, please. Certainly, sir. You need to calm down, Julie. Here, drink this.
Yes, Oh, Bruce, what am I...
She was on the verge of a breakdown, and unfortunately, that's a situation that demands Batman's attention. And so, in keeping with conventional wisdom, you've chosen to secretly drug your girlfriend. I had no choice, Alfred. I'm going to lay her out in the East guest bedroom. See that she's comfortable. Yes, sir. One evidential link remains. But unlike destroying my lab and my research, this annihilation should prove most satisfying. The gangster's mansion is less than a mile through these woods, Professor. There will surely be armed resistance. That hasn't helped them in the past. You gather Rajon and his comrades, while I awaken my latest friend. Arise, O hungry ones. One last pursuit awaits you. Come now, shake off your sedation, and rally toward a cause deserving of your savage instincts. Tonight, my friends, you will unleash your terrible might as never before. And they won't be alone, Sanjay. Their latest brother is ready to join their terrible ranks. Say hello to... the Prince of the Monster Men! Come on, my beastly creations. Follow our lights through the woods. The walk will clear your cluttered heads and stoke your raging appetites. The situation with Julie's father complicates matters. Dealing with a loan shark is not what I would have expected of Norman Madison. Perhaps there are extenuating circumstances. There always are, Alfred. Every crook's favorite alibi. Still, I don't have time for that right now. All I'm saying is that you shouldn't jump to conclusions. You are in love with his daughter, are you not? Yes. Yes, Alfred, I am. And I will look deeper into this, but not tonight. The bug I planted on his henchman has died, but I'm almost certain that Hugo Strange plans to attack Sal Maroni, where he's holed up at the Romans' country estate. The place is a veritable fortress. And I've got just the thing to storm it with. Very good, sir. It's finally finished, then? Yes. This is something I've needed since the very beginning of my mission. It's all but indestructible. Operates on a jet turbine engine, and has night vision headlamps, so it can run in total darkness. Most impressive, sir. I'm actually surprised that you didn't add winged things to the rear end fenders and make a true Batmobile. Oh, good lord, you're actually considering it. This isn't a game, Alfred. Julie should sleep through the night. I'll be back before sunrise. Yes, sir. And good luck, sir.
Oh yeah, and there's a bat bike in the background, and there's also, I think that's the thing he used in year one, like the bat glider he used in year one. So obviously his first appearance of the Batmobile in the New Earth continuity, I think. But the ride, oh, okay. So the ride is long, crammed in the back seat with Maroni's. Oh, okay, no. So, sorry about that. The ride is long, crammed in the back seat with Maroni's thugs, their sour breath and their brutal laughter. There are guards in the clanking of an iron gate. Wherever Maroni has gone into hiding, I'm sure he feels secure. Criminal. Well, well, I must say we don't get a lot of visitors out here. Take it off him. But then, this ain't exactly what you term a social call, eh, Norman?
I never socialize with the likes of you anyway, Maroni. This place is too sophisticated for an overblown street thug like Maroni. It must belong to the one who pulls his chain. The one the papers call the Roman.
Jeez, always with the mouth on you. All right then, Madison. What the hell was so important that you had to come all the way out here?
I'll be out just outside if you need me, Sal.
Better yet, Norman. How about I'll tell you what's so important? You got my frickin' money?
Maroni, you are a cheap thug, and always will be. We need to speak about my daughter.
Oh yeah, her. So speak.
You and your brutes have gone over the line. When you threaten her.
Hey, come on. Who do you think you was dealing with here? This ain't no charity organization, you know. And you're into it for a lot of shake, pal. So don't.
I'm not.
Now, what the hell is this all about? I told those idiots.
Sal, we got trouble. There's a big commotion at the front gates. Looks like some kind of attack. Coming out from the woods. What?
But who the hell even knows I'm here? Must be a setup. Which means it must have been you, you damn mole. You let them out here. What, do you got a bug in that briefcase? Say your prayers, rat.
Oh, dear Lord, no!
And that's the end of that issue. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.